Day 25, 5 days to go. You should be feeling good about yourself and your credit. You may have already gotten some point boosts from things that you've done in earlier lessons, but sometimes it usually takes 30 to 45 days minimum to start boosting your credit from when you started. So either way, I'm sure you're feeling good about it. Let's talk about good habits that build good scores. The first thing, save. Save your money. You never know what's going to happen in the future. You never know with jobs and security. And what happens is something goes wrong and you don't have any money saved. You have no cushion. You have no emergency fund. It's so important to save money, even if it's as little as $25 a month. It's something. So save your money. It's a way to financial freedom. If you're not saving your money, even if it's in a retirement fund or anything, you're not doing yourself good. And I don't want to hear excuses that you can't afford to save money. You can cut expenses, go through your budget again, change whatever you need to do to change to save money. But there's no excuses that you can't save money. If you don't have a job, then get a job. I have this with my students all the time. I can't fix my credit. I don't even have a job. Um, you're going to school. Okay, have you looked for a job? Yeah, no one will hire me. Well, unfortunately, then you may have to step down and take a job that you don't want for the meantime to survive, but do whatever you need to do. So you might have to work at a McDonald's or someplace like that in fast food industry. There's a lot of jobs they're hiring. Don't be too proud to take it. You have to rebuild yourself. You have to start somewhere, and to stand around and sit around and wait for someone to call you isn't going to happen. You have to make your own luck. You have to start someplace and rearrange your life. And most people who have become successful and wealthy in their lives have been in the same position that you and I have been in. And everyone else, they've hit rock bottom. They didn't have a job, they had no money, and they had to start over. Today's the first day of the rest of your life to save. Start and save. Okay? Next, keep track of your money. This is where most people lose it, is they don't keep track of their money. They have a debit card they make transactions on, they carry cash with them, they spend it on little things. They don't keep track of where they spent it. I don't know how many times in my own life where I've said, what the heck did I do with my check? Where did that money go? And you don't even know where it went. And then you try to revert back and go through what you spent your money on. You don't even know what you spent your money on. Like, how did that just disappear? Uh, a perfect example is if you ever gone on vacation or gone to a theme park or a fair or, you know, you walk around, you get something to eat, you play a couple of games. Before you know it, you're broke and you wonder, what the heck just happened to all of my money? You can't even remember. It's important to keep track of your money. Be tight with your money. Don't give it up easy. Think of it this. There's a great book called Your Money or Your Life. Okay, it's by Vicki Robbins. And in that book, she talks about your life force you give up for money because you have to work to make money. So, with every dollar you spend is a life force that you're giving up. It's some time in your life that you're giving up. And if you think about it that way, you're less likely to give up your life force for little things that bring you immediate pleasure. Um, that's the key, is looking at money in a different perspective and keeping track of that money. And you'll be extremely satisfied with yourself if you continue to keep track of your money and understand what you're doing with it. Next, take out one pleasure and save it up. What do I mean by this? Get rid of TV. Get rid of one thing that you maybe go out to eat once a week. Get rid of it. Get rid of one thing that you do that's pleasurable to you and save that money up. That's the easiest way to save money. You will find something else that's just as pleasurable. I teach a sociology class, and every time I go around the class when the term starts, I ask them, what do you enjoy doing? And most of the things people enjoy doing, and 95% of them, have nothing to do with spending money. They have to do with being social and being with their friends and hanging out and playing games or playing sports, things that don't cost a lot of money. I don't know where we've gotten into this country that we believe that money effect makes us happy, because the point is, even if you have money and you can't share the things that you're doing with other people, then it isn't going to make you happy. It's the social aspect of life. So take one of those pleasures out that costs money, replace it with a social pleasure, and save that money that you took out. Build assets and capital. What's assets and capital? Well, build something that is making money. You put money into an investment that then makes money, and that money, compound interest, makes more money and more money. Have your money work for you as if your money were little slaves and they did what you told them. You put them and you make them work, and then their children may work for you, and so forth. There's another book out there called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a very short book and it explains this in detail and its exact way of gaining wealth. You need your money to make money. If you buy things of capital goods that are going to appreciate instead of depreciate. I know you'd like to get a car, and most people need a car, but cars are a terrible investment. Very few of them appreciate in value. Homes are a better investment, but even they, lately with the economy, they don't appreciate as highly in value. Things that appreciate, like gold, precious metals, things like this that hold their value over time, that in a pinch you could sell, but even if you don't sell it, it's something that holds its value. And that's extremely important to build assets and capital. Find more ways to make money. I'll tell you what, if you get rid of your television, you will find so many other ways to make money with that spare time if you just put in the focus on that. And some people don't have time. They work jobs where they're 50, 60 hours a week for a pittance. Well, then start to look on your free time for other jobs. Most of the time, if you're exhausted after work, do some exercise. You'll wake yourself up, and then do it. We make excuses, and I do the same thing, for bad things, and then we imagine bad things. We worry about bad things that are happening. We put that in our imagination. Start to imagine good things and put good things in your life and find more ways to make money. I'm sure you have great ideas. Follow through on them. Prepare for financial emergencies. Well, that's saving. Make sure you save money for financial emergencies and cash money in quick assets that you can get out. It doesn't mean pay off your credit cards and use them as an emergency fund because you're paying interest on it. You're better off to pay off your credit cards and build yourself some type of financial emergency fund. All right, because if something happens, and Murphy's Law means it may, you need to be prepared. Next, get overdraft protection, insurance on your credit cards and other services. You need to protect your credit. You're doing all this work to build it up. The last thing you need to do is have another catastrophic event in your life which may have caused you to get bad credit. Cover yourself. Pay the extra dollar something for insurance on your credit cards. Pay protection for overdraft fees so that you don't run into these problems if something does happen. It's so important. If you're just getting back on track, if you weren't responsible with your money, then cover yourself. If you're not a good driver, what are you going to do? Have no insurance? No, get insurance or get to be a better driver. Either way, there's bad drivers out there. Get insurance. It's worth it in the long run because all it takes is one accident, one trip to the hospital, one destruction of your car, and you've lost everything you worked for. So get insurance is another reason, and understand how money works. All right, that's the important thing. Read about it. Delve yourself into it. Money should make you excited. It should make you interested, and find out how it works. All right. Listen to the debt session on this. Understand interest, compound interest, assets. This is your future. Make this a priority. Even if you only read a little bit every day. And if you don't know, ask. We have a blog here. Ask questions on the blog. Do whatever you need to do, but learn how money works and it'll work for you. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.